Yen strength, pound resilient, and euro hesitation. What's really driving the Forex market right now, and is the dollar about to lose control, or is just another fake out before the next breakout? Let's cut through the noise. Welcome back, everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these insane markets. If you like what you see, smash the like button, hit subscribe, share my videos far and wide. I want to build a huge trading community. All right, let's kick things off with dollar yen. Dollar yen, man, we talked about it. We said, safe haven status. Anytime there's a mention of any type of tariffs, people just run into the yen. And again, Donald Trump, tariff on foreign movies. Like, what the heck, Donald? I mean, I said this in my euro dollar video. Come on, give it a break, man. But anyway, the yen is showing surprising strength as trade tensions between the United States and Japan escalate. Now, Japanese are threatening to use U.S. treasuries against the U.S., basically saying we own a tremendous amount of U.S. treasuries. We will dump those things if you keep pushing us. So things are really heating up between the United States and Japan, and it's just, friendly banter back and forth to get better footing for the trade, the trade deal. It's going to happen. There's going to be a trade deal. There's no, Japan and the United States are very, very strong allies, and there's no way that they're, it's going to turn like a Canadian U.S. situation where now all of a sudden, we're fighting with our neighbors up north. But anyway, technically, if I look at this thing, we're seeing support really right now at 141.95 on the short term. So we got, really, I want to move this down a little bit. 141, okay, right there, 194, 141.94, 95 is the next level of main support on the short term. Behind that, we have a little bit stronger of a level at 141.50. And I want to put that level in because there's some weekly levels up here that I don't want to take off yet. But 141, right there, close enough. 141.50. Okay, hopefully that's a straight line. Right there's the next level of support, 141.50. All right, so dollar yen has broken down. The crosses have been getting hit a little bit. We're going to be getting into the pound next. But right now, as it stands, really, yesterday when we kind of turned up from the 143.50 and we went up, it needed to get through at least 144.70, and it couldn't do it. The market only went up to 144.28 before it got smashed back down again, and here we are. So right now, this thing is still bearish unless the Fed comes out and says something. Or so as we stand right now, short term. Let me go to a 1 hour chart. It's better to look at a 1 hour chart instead of this 6. Right now, as we stand, we got to get through 143.15. 143.15 is our next level of resistance, short term, right here. Close enough. It's not exactly straight, but hey, whatever. 143.15 is the level that the marketplace has to turn up through right now to show some strength, and it needs to hold this level. If it gets rejected from this level and then it takes this bottom out, then we're heading towards that 144.90 and potentially even, 141.90 and potentially even that 141.50 level right here. Okay, so it needs to come up. It needs to hold this level, and then it needs to get through. So we got this level right here. 143.20 needs to hold it as a support, and then it needs to get up. I think that really the only target, if there's no news, is really like 144, the figure. It'll be like, we're looking really at a descending move right now in the market, and nothing's really quite changed from it. Let's put up a line right here. Like we're coming off of this top right here. We're coming down, and we're in descending wedge kind of pattern right now. So let's go like from here. You know, we were in this kind of descending wedge. I'd have to go down to this point, and we actually broke down through the wedge right now. So it's actually still showing bearishness unless we could get above that 143, say 15 level right now, something like that. All right, so that's what we got going on. Still kind of bearish. If you haven't gotten short, I would look, if you want to be short, you know, just wait for a retrace. Look for a retrace up by maybe 143.15ish. See how the market's acting. If it's not holding, look to whack it and look to get back down to like 142.50, something like that. So let's go on over to good old sterling dollar. All right. Sterling dollar is holding steady right around 133, say 50 right now. Markets are pricing a potential 25-point basis rate cut by the Bank of England. Now, the real story here is not really exactly the strong UK fundamentals. Those are quite shaky. It's really the trade wars that are going on, showing it's actually dollar weakness. So, but traders are clearly looking past that right now because they brought the cable up a little bit. We talked about it being in a range, right? We said, let's go to a 1 hour chart. Let's see if it's on my 1 hour chart. Yeah, we were saying that we were in range. We were stuck in between these two levels, right? 132.32 and 133 the figure. It broke up cleanly through 133 the figure. Its next level of resistance is at 134.20. Right there's the next level of resistance. Now, in order for sterling to show any type of strength, it's got to hold above right now 133.25. 133.25. Let me put up a line. 133.25. Right there, close enough. It's got to hold this level. So marketplace could come down to this level. This should, if it's not breaking, should act as support, take us back up, potentially to go to 134.20. I am not really sterling bull at all. I like to play the sterling yen, and sterling yen has been just in downward. So, but it's recovering slightly. We're going to get into that right now. Now, if sterling dollar breaks this, say 25 level, next level of support short term is 133 the figure, and then it's opening its way up to, I would go, this low bar's close right here, 132.60. If that goes, then the 132.34 is in play, and if that goes, then we're going back to 131.80. But as it stands right now, we're kind of up near upper resistance. We got to see how it plays out. Right here's the upper resistance. If it can pound through 134.20, it's going to catch a lot of people. Marketplace is going to do a short covering, fear of missing out type of rally, potentially take us up to like 135. But that's as it stands right now. Let's get into like my bread and butter here, sterling yen. Been talking about this. I told you there's a wave that was going on. This was wave 1. This was wave 2. Now, it was threatening into wave 2. So that's not a good thing. It needs to hold the bottom of the wave, which is 189.90. It's been doing it so far. All right. So what is going on with sterling yen right now? Well, it showed signs, obviously, up here. A time, it was topping off up there. We talked about that in previous videos. If you haven't seen the videos, make sure you go and check them out. My previous videos. I'm not making this stuff up. I talk about it constantly. And, you just go back in time. I'm not bullshitting, So anyway, right now as it stands, we need to get through 191.50 to show any type of strength in this thing. So 191.50, right? The support really is this 190.28 level that we've been talking about. And it came very, very close to it. Now we need to get above 191.50, and then the 191.70. We could potentially go to like maybe 192.36 on the day. So that's what I got going on in sterling yen. Now, if we break down through this 190.28 and we break down through this wave, what I consider wave 2 low, we're heading back down to overall, I would go like 188.92 overall. It would take maybe a day or so to get there, but that's what the market's basically saying. All right, so let's get over to euro yen. Euro yen. Euro yen, another one that basically it was a better trade than the euro dollar. If I would have taken the short on euro yen, I would have been really fine. So as it stands right now, euro yen, similar story to sterling yen. The euro just can't break through. It couldn't break through. So the 165 acted as a monster resistance. We slid down a lot further than I thought we were going to go. We went to 161.63. So let me get some like short-term support points on this thing. Euro yen. Oh man, are you kidding me? 160 short-term support 161.67. 161.67. Now we kind of broke it a little bit, but I mean we're recovering off of it. So it's got to get through like 162.25 right now. Let's see where this is. 162.13. 162. All right, I'll go right there. 162.23, 25. It needs to get up through this and hold this, and then we can potentially get back up to that 162.80 level. That's what we got going on right now. I missed this. Missed the damn short. I mean the support, not the short. So now here's the thing. It's starting to recover a little bit. If it can't get through 162, say 25, and it breaks down through that 161.65, it's opening a path up to 161 the fair. That stands right now. So that's what I got going on for you guys. So what's the play? Watch the yen strength as the key driver across the pairs. Safe haven flows are back in town. Dollar weakness continues. We could see some real momentum shifts. As always, follow your own points. Use my stuff if you like it. And make sure leave some comments. What are you trading today? If you're getting some value for this breakdown, do me a favor, hit the like button, drop a comment, tell me what you're trading, what you're thinking about, and make sure you subscribe for real-time, no fluff Forex insights. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Cheers.